Hey, Nerd Nation! What's up, guys? It's your boys, Amp, Kenny, and Steve. What's going on, guys?
What's up, bro?
What up?
Not much, man. So last week we wrapped up our dynasty rankings. We finished with the running backs, and it is now time
The
for
best time of
the
the year.
best time of the year. Merry Christmas to all NFL fans. Draft time, baby. The draft is in 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and so today we're going to discuss some fantasy implications of where we think some guys would make a good fit and where they might go. And next week we will do a mock draft episode. All right.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
So Kenny's rocking the Yankees hat.
They
Baseball
suck,
has
but
started.
you know,
It's April. It's still early, right?
I know, man. But still,
Steve's got his football. He's ready to go. I got the Heat Sunday, 1 p.m. First game. It's going to be Heat versus the Hawks or Cavs. Doesn't matter.
probably the Hawks.
Probably the Hawks.
I mean, if I was a betting man, I'll take the
Heat in
Hawks.
5, no matter what. I'm not stressing.
I don't know.
I
I hope so.
Come on,
But
now.
Trey Young's scary, bro. As much as I hate to admit it, he is scary.
If he was scared, they would not be in the plan.
No, he's scary in the playoffs.
No,
Speaking from
I
experience.
know Trey Young is good, but
Yeah.
I'm not stressing them. The teams I'm honestly worried about coming playoff time, like the next couple rounds, are the Celtics and the Bucks.
No, the Sixers.
Not really.
Not really.
James
Ooh,
Harden,
buddy.
James Harden, old fat, he does not scare me.
Oh man, watch
Yeah.
the Heat and Sixers play. And
They
if
are
the Six-
actually
and
they
if the
are set
Sixers
up.
win, I think Anthony might just like combust. He might just
I might
cease to
retire.
exist.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to deal with them, but I can't stand them. That fake ass team.
Oh,
So
Come
then
here,
we got,
really, Phil.
you got the Suns in the 1 seed. Shout out to Gucci.
Yeah.
Um,
They're gonna make
War-
it to the finals.
yeah, I mean, you got Memphis and the Warriors are the Memphis is 2, Warriors are the 3 seed.
And Chris Paul isn't back yet, right?
I think he is back.
Or he's like on the verge of coming back.
I don't remember, to be honest with you. I haven't been paying attention to them much.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm hyped for the Heat, and we'll see. Hopefully, they can take that first round sweep, or at least in 5.
Let's get
So
these prospects are.
let's get it in. Okay, can we all agree that I don't know if it's just me, maybe because the Dolphins don't have a draft pick, but these prospects are not as
Well,
electric or as good as last year's.
well, this is the first time that or the first time in a while that we don't know who's gonna go number 1 overall. Like usually we know like this QB is going number 1 or even like defensive end. Like this year, like there's reports that Trayvon Walker might be the number 1 overall guy. Hutchinson might be the number 1 overall guy. But I feel like this draft is deep though. Like while there's no like number 1 guy, we're deep like at every position in this draft.
Yeah. I mean, this is probably the first time in the last few years where there wasn't like a hashtag halfway through football season where it's like tank for Tua or
That's
suck
true.
for luck or I mean, any of the other one. I don't know what the other ones were, but you know, like you said, there was always like that clear cut number 1. We all knew Chase Young was going to go number 1. We all knew Trevor Lawrence is going to go number 1.
And that's because lately the QBs have dominated the draft, especially the top 5 or whatever, and they've gone number 1. Last year was Trevor Lawrence. The year before was Burrow, right?
Yeah.
But this year, there's not a single QB that stands out. Like, think of this. Just like prospect, like ratings wise, obviously Trevor Lawrence would still be the first pick in this draft, right? Trey Lance, most likely. Even Zach Wilson probably is better rated than these guys. You know, maybe. But
okay, so that's quarterback, but there's still like I said, there's like 5 defensive ends or edge rushers, whatever, that might go in the top 5. Like they obviously won't because not all 5 teams are gonna go defensive end. But there's 5 guys that people have projected as possibly going in the top 5. Then you have like a crap ton of receivers, even running backs, safeties. There's like 3 corners that might go in the first round.
Well, there's a lot of offensive linemen in this. Like,
there's like 5, 6 tackles. Like there's a lot of pieces everywhere else. It's just that quarterback is kind of not weak, but not elite. Elite talent that we're used to,
and that's why it's a little lackluster. Plus,
the number 1 guy, he went to fucking Liberty. You know what I mean? Like,
plus think of this, right? Like the year before, there were 3 QBs in the first round, right? It was Herbert, Tua, and Burrow. So that's 3 teams. Then last year you had 5. So that's 8 teams that are not looking for a QB this year, right? That's a third of the league.
But 3 or 4 quarterbacks are still going to go in the first round this year.
They are. But what I'm saying is there's less teams that are desperate, right? So let's kick it off. Let's start with Malik Willis, right?
All right.
He's the consensus number 1 pick, especially for fantasy. Like the fact that he can run, he's got a freaking rocket. He's definitely projected number 1. Kenny, you have the first pick in our other dynasty draft, right? Super flex.
Yeah. If he's the number 1 pick or the first quarterback taken in the draft, then he's going to be my number 1 pick.
Yeah.
Like wherever he ends up, I assume that he's going to be playing right away or like very early on.
I don't know if he'll start from day 1. So okay, where do you think where would you like to see him?
I would like to see him in Detroit.
With the number 2 pick?
Yeah, I would like to see him there. They have Swift already. They have Amon St. Brown. They have Hawkinson. Like, I would like to see him there. But, like, a lot of people don't think that they're going to go quarterback.
No, so here's my thinking with Detroit, right? Maybe a month ago, I was like, no, they got to go QB, take him at 2. But they're paying Jared Goff a lot of money still.
Yeah, but he sucks.
I know he sucks.
He sucks.
But I don't know. I'm really torn. Like, if I'm Detroit.
It's Detroit. They don't make good decisions.
I know. But they're not going to be good this year, right? They might win, 4 or 5 games? Last year, they won 3 games.
Yeah, but that's kind of like last episode you mentioned about Atlanta signing Mariota. Yeah. Like, only because you're tanking doesn't mean that you won't take the guy. Like, even if they take Willis or whoever, like, they're still going to be bad this year. You know what I mean? But if you think that's your guy, then that's your guy. If
they think he's the guy, but the thing is, like, you don't have to start him this year because Jared Goff he can start the whole year. Like, you're not going to win many more games with or without him. Am I right?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I rather just roll with Willis. Like, why roll with Goff?
I'd rather have fun losing than
exactly. Or at least developing him like while they lose instead of just losing with Goff for no good reason.
Yeah, but all the talk is that that Willis needs time. Like he's not NFL ready week 1, so which Detroit makes sense because they don't need to rush him in, you know.
Yeah.
And at the same time, like for the pro Detroit talk, their coach Dan Campbell has a 6-year contract. I believe.
Okay.
Or it might be 5. But so the team knows, like, Dan Campbell, you gave him a hot steaming pile of shit. Like, it's going to take time for him to fix this team.
Man, but the NFL doesn't honor that anymore.
I know, but they need to.
They care less.
They're the worst team. They're so bad.
There are NFL teams currently paying, like, 4 coaches to not coach for them. The Giants are paying, like, 3 coaches right now, like, 2 of them to not even coach for them. Yeah. Like, that doesn't mean anything, you know?
Yeah, but I don't know. What I'm saying is that if Detroit takes him, it is smart because they don't have to rush him in.
Yeah, well, I guess. I think, like, let's say Carolina takes him, like, he has to play.
I think he's going to go to Carolina, like, and I think that's a good spot for him. Sam Darnold will start 3 weeks.
I don't think that much.
And immediately, all right, throw Willis in there. I think that would be a good spot for him.
Yeah, I think fantasy-wise, I think Carolina's probably his best bet. If not Carolina, maybe Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh is going to have to trade in to get him.
Pittsburgh won't be there. Trade, yeah, they're going to have to trade up.
Panthers have McCaffrey still, DJ Moore. Who else do they have? Well, Robbie Anderson's gone, I believe, or he's a free agent.
Where is he? He hasn't signed yet.
I think he's not signed yet. So maybe he's back on a cheaper deal, but still, DJ Moore and Christian McCaffrey, like, that's a good start right there.
Yeah. It's a hell of a start than freaking Detroit. No offense to Swift and Amon-Ra St. Brown, but
yeah. I mean, who knows? At least Swift has stayed somewhat healthier than McCaffrey.
Yeah, that's the thing with McCaffrey, man. Like, we talked about it last week, right? He's on the field. He's the best running back you've seen since LT.
Yeah. But the thing is, he can't stay on the field.
He hasn't been on the field at all the last 2 years.
So this.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Can we agree? Willis is going top 6 or 7, right? He's not going to last.
He is. I think him and Pickett both go top 7. I think they'll both be gone.
Yeah, I think worst case scenario, Willis goes 9 to Seattle.
Ooh, that'd be kind of cool. I could see that.
Because I got him going either to Carolina, Atlanta, or Seattle.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
They're not gonna Pickett and Willis are not gonna make it past Seattle, right?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
So let's go on to Pickett. Where do you have Pickett going, or where would you like to see him go?
So, assuming Willis is gone at 2 or 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say Pickett's the next available QB. New Orleans made this trade for a reason, right? Like, why did they make a trade? I actually don't even get it, because why would you trade that early for just to get another pick that's still in the teens?
Well, I think it's so they can trade up, so they can package those picks to move up.
So, who's a team that doesn't need a QB and could say, "Hell, give me those 2 picks"?
I mean, honestly, even if you need a QB, maybe you take those 2 picks anyways for next year. You know, like the Giants. Like this year is whatever, make it break, whatever you want to call it for Daniel Jones, right?
There's a 5th-year option for him.
But a lot of people think that the Giants want to get another pick next year. We have 5th and 7th this year. I think that the 7th is more likely to be traded than the 5th, but you never know. If somebody offers them a big deal for the 5th, they'll take it. So trade up with the Giants, and then Giants have that pick for next year. If Daniel Jones sucks, then they can move up next year to take Bryce Young or whoever it is next year.
Yeah, I mean, here's the reality for the Giants, right? If Daniel Jones sucks, you guys are going to have another top 10, 15 pick, right? Mm-hmm. Definitely top 12, right? So you package that plus whatever the other pick you would acquire, and then boom, you could jump into the top 3 easily.
And if he balls, then you still have that pick anyways. Now you can get whatever else you need.
Yeah.
Like, and plus, like, if the Giants trade back, they're still gonna have 2 first-round picks this year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, they're not really losing much.
Yeah.
That's why I think they'll take their guy they want at 5th, and then the 7th is more likely to be traded.
Plus, depending how those first 5, 6 picks go, now it's a race for QBs, it's just gonna push the talent back.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean? So like maybe they trade the 5th because they're like, okay, if we trade back with the Saints, they're gonna go Kenny Pickett, or let's say Malik Willis if you're still there, and then the Panthers will go Kenny Pickett. Like, so whoever we were gonna take at 5 will still be there at 7.
We could have got there at 7. Actually, that's actually the move right there.
Yeah, sign me up, bro. Like, let me in the war room.
Sports nerds first.
Or the alternate is if the Giants already know that whoever they want at 5 is still going to be there, and they have to jump Carolina. Let's say they really think Carolina is going to take Pickett, and they want Pickett. Because I think I think the Saints want Pickett more than they want Willis.
I think so.
I think they're going to trade with the Jets.
The Jets are where? At 4?
At 4. Yeah, I think they're going to trade at 4 to hop everybody.
But the thing is, the Jets have 2 first-round picks, right? 4 and 10. That's a bigger gap than the Giants. Like, they will be risking more to trade back from the 4 spot than the Giants would at 5.
What if? Look at 2 and 3. It's Detroit and Houston. I don't think Houston. I think Houston is not drafting a QB in the first 2 rounds, right? They're going to go with Davis Mills, and then when they suck, they'll take the top pick next year, right?
Yeah.
Can we agree?
Yeah.
Detroit. Yeah. I don't know what the hell they're thinking, right? But what if one of them make a trade? You know what I mean?
I feel like the talent, like the guy that they want is there. They'll take their guy. Like, if they want a tackle, like these tackles are going to go top 10,
look at
top 5.
Detroit, if they get freaking the top tackle,
imagine they get Neal
paired with Sewell from last year.
Like,
my god!
Like there's not enough capital that can overcome that. You know what I mean? Like that projection of that offensive line.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, for me, like, everybody outside of Jacksonville that's within the top 5 or 6 picks, they have more holes than just quarterback. So at the end of the day, it wouldn't really matter if they move back and let's say they wanted, I don't know, doesn't even matter, whatever, edge rusher or linebacker or whoever, and then they fall back and then they end up missing out on him. I'm sure there's 2 or 3 other players that they're already like, whatever, whoever's there that fills our need, we're going to take them.
Yeah, but the way I see it is like, if you have all these needs, right? But let's say, what pick do the Saints have, Amp, right now?
They have.
I have it open too. 16.
16. Okay, like that's
16 to 19.
Let's say you go from 3 to 16. Like that's a lot, man.
Yeah.
Like, and yeah, you'll get another pick or whatever, or 2 picks, whatever. But like, you're not gonna get a guy like you would get at number 3. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
But
yes,
the Saints,
you
like for
have
the
more.
Saints to go for 16 to what
7.
was it, Jets 4? To go to 16 to 4, they're going to give up a lot. And the Jets might look at it and be like, we got a lot of holes. I want a lot of young guys. Maybe it's worth it.
Yeah, but like I don't know, if I was a GM, I'd rather take that star at whatever position I need instead of getting a bunch of lesser guys at the other holes I need. Does that make sense?
I mean, you potentially are still getting a top 10 player at 16, or what pick? Yeah, 16. I mean, depending, because the QBs are not top 10 rated prospects. You know what I mean?
They
Right.
usually aren't though. Not every year.
Usually
There's
aren't,
every year there's at least 1 or
that's
2
true.
top 10 quarterbacks that shouldn't be there.
Yeah, that's true.
Most of the
A
quarterbacks
few
are a
months-
reach.
A few months ago, people were talking about Malik Willis going in the 2nd round. Like he was a 2nd round talent. Like, obviously,
talent.
you don't think he's going to go there, but people are like he's a 2nd round talent. But you know he's going to go top 10.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
think talent wise or player rating wise, I think they're all rated in like the 40s or 50s.
Yeah, but that's how it goes. But you need a quarterback.
Yeah.
But another spot I would like to see Kenny Pickett, which he won't be there, but you never know, is the Steelers.
I was just going to say that too, yeah.
Like Steeler fans, I know would love to have him, but like, bro,
I mean, he wouldn't be leaving. He just
Yeah,
move.
man.
You know, he could keep his apartment.
his dorm room.
Yeah.
But imagine Deontay Johnson. You got the Muth. You got Claypool. You got Najee Harris. You have a decent offensive line. Like that would be like and they have an amazing already defense. Like that would be like the ideal spot for both the Steelers and for Pickett.
Yeah. I mean, can we agree? Carolina, they get a QB, they're going to be like not contenders, but they're going to be obviously much better, right?
Yeah.
Atlanta, even with a QB, they're not going to be any good. Seattle, they kind of suck. Even
Well, it depends on what they do with DK and all that other
honestly,
stuff.
they should just trade DK, reload, man. You know, trade your top players and
Him and Lockett. Move them both.
Yeah, trade, especially Lockett. Lockett's older, he's a little more expensive, but I don't know. So we talked about Pickett. We talked about Willis.
So who's next?
Matt Corral from Ole Miss.
Steve?
All right, so from what I've been seeing, I got a couple different spots where I can see him going, but I'm probably going to see him go into Pittsburgh at 20.
Yeah, he might still be there.
Because I mean, because once you get past the top like 10 or 12 picks, like I don't think Washington's going to get a quarterback. Minnesota, I don't think they're going to go with a quarterback at 12th. And then after that, nobody else really needs a quarterback until Pittsburgh again. So that's why I'm kind of like on the fence on whether or not Pittsburgh will move in to try to get it like Kenny Pickett early, because I think they already know Matt Corral is going to probably fall to them. And then I don't really see Matt Tomlin as that type of coach that chases players. He kind of just takes whatever falls to him.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
How about at number 8?
Atlanta?
To Atlanta. That's who I put. Like I said, like we were saying, like these teams will reach for a quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, is he a top 10 talent? Hell no. Might he go top 10 because he's a quarterback? Yeah, probably. Like in Atlanta, they need a quarterback.
They do, but I think they're gonna
What other position can they go in instead? Get a receiver?
Receiver,
For what?
For next year. Then when you draft the number 1 overall pick, Bryce Young or CJ Stroud, you have Drake London or Treylon Burks as some help.
Yeah.
You know? I honestly, I don't think Atlanta's going to take a QB in that first with that 8th pick. Carolina, Seattle, and
Steelers,
Pittsburgh, and the Saints. Right, those 4 probably. Well, I think Carolina and Seattle are taking QBs. They cannot start Sam Darnold and Drew Lock all year.
Terrible.
You know what I mean?
Just re-sign Gino.
Yeah. You can't start them all year. Yeah, they can start the first 3, 4, 5 weeks, but no.
So for the most part, our teams for these quarterbacks tend to be the same teams for all of them.
I mean, there's not many teams in the market. That's the problem.
So for Sam Howell, I'm guessing you probably have the Steelers or somebody.
Actually, no.
In the second, third round, like I don't even know.
You think you go?
I have Tampa.
Tampa. You're right, because Tom Brady's going to be a Miami Dolphin on draft night. Oh yeah, it's happening.
Yeah,
it's
Oh,
happening.
Okay.
Yeah, it's happening. They need a quarterback. Actually, no, but still, regardless, even if he doesn't get traded, they do need a quarterback, like for next year.
Yeah,
do,
I mean,
because-
that was the only different team I had on there for Howell. I also had Tennessee for Matt Corral. as a
I had
possibility.
Tennessee
Ooh.
as well, but not for a specific, but for some taking a QB in the second round, possibly.
Yeah,
They finished the number 1 pick seed last year, right?
Always.
As they've been doing, but Tannehill has been good, but he's not going to get them over the hump.
he's not
Right.
that guy to get them
He's not.
get them there.
So I think, Steve, you freaking nailed it. I think they're going to take a QB in the second round.
You heard it here first from Steve.
Yeah,
hot take.
because they can't just keep running into that wall, which is the
Right.
second round of the playoffs.
Derrick Henry doesn't have that many carries left in him.
Bro, he's what, 29, 28 now? Like he's up
Something
there.
like that, 28, I think.
Yeah,
But this guy gets like
And
400
coming off
touches a year.
Coming off a
Broken.
hurt
broken
season.
ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you ready to move on to the running backs, or do we have anybody else?
Well, there's steam building on Desmond Ritter from
Yeah, I've
Cincinnati.
seen that.
I like Desmond
I've seen
Ridder.
that like 30 teams have a first round grade on him.
So
Like,
that's
I've seen a lot of reports that say that he's actually the best quarterback in this draft.
I think he might have the most potential. Yeah.
Skill wise, athleticism.
Where did he go to school?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati?
who
Who,
went
who
Bearcats.
were amazing
undefeated.
this year.
They
Yeah.
were
They were.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the only one out of all of them that have played in a big
All right,
bowl
Desmond
game.
Rider, 8 to Atlanta. You heard it here first.
Actually, I got him going. A little biased. I got him going in the second round to Washington.
Oh, okay, here we go.
But you better hope he lasts. That's the thing.
Oh,
I think he will.
Now all these
No.
teams has first round grades on him, and apparently like
Yeah,
most
well-
teams do.
It's this is it. This is smoke season time. We got 2 more weeks. 2 weeks
Yeah.
from today is the NFL draft.
Hear me
Right.
out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Last pick of the first round,
The Detroit
Desmond.
Lions.
Desmond Rider. Rider.
I think it's Ritter.
Ritter.
Ritter, yeah,
Yeah.
James Ritter.
Yeah, I
Ritter
mean,
can
Will they
can
go tackle at 2 and then quarterback at 32?
Yeah, why not?
there will be a QB there. Like one of these top 5 QBs will be there for them at 32.
What pick was Lamar Jackson?
31, I believe.
Something like that. Yeah,
Yeah, but that was just
Yeah.
stupid. But we could be seeing it again.
that's what I'm saying.
You
That's what
know.
I'm saying.
So,
So
all right, let's jump to the running backs. We're only going to discuss 3 running backs. The number
Okay.
1 running back everywhere is Brees Hall from Iowa State.
Yep.
So where is our ideal landing spot? Honestly, do we even think an RB goes in the first round this year?
yeah, I
Maybe
think
just
so.
him, right?
Maybe just him. Yeah, probably just him.
Yeah.
My ideal spot is Buffalo.
Buffalo.
That's where I have him.
That's
at
my
25th.
ideal spot. Like if he goes, and hopefully nobody from our Dynasty Dogs actually listens to this podcast, but
They
if he
do.
if he goes to Buffalo and
Shout
he
out
is
to Nick.
there with my 4th, because I have the 1st overall pick and I have the 4th overall pick, he might not be there at the 4th overall pick, but if he does, if he is there, I'm taking him.
Yeah, I think he's going 102, bro.
But I also don't think that he ends up in Buffalo.
So what about? So I'm looking at like the teens, right? What about the Chargers?
No.
I don't think so.
What about the Eagles? How many
No.
picks do they have now?
3?
No, they don't. They can't still have 3.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. They had
have
3.
2.
They had 3. Yeah,
They
yeah,
have
We'd
sorry.
have 2.
Mhm.
What about the Eagles? Who do they have? Miles Sanders. That's it.
In the
I
first
thought it was
round?
good, man.
You're saying take him in the first round?
Yeah.
I'm just throwing out potential picks before Buffalo. Right?
How about Atlanta?
Where?
I say Atlanta trades back a little bit. Let's say somebody trades up to number 8, and Atlanta just goes to like I don't know, mid-teens.
You
16 and 19?
There you go.
If Atlanta should not have any business drafting a running back right now.
Why not? They literally have
Who's
holes
going to hand the ball
everywhere.
off to him?
Why draft a running back that's going to expire in 4 or 5 years when you're still 2 years away from getting a real QB?
They have holes everywhere. Just take the best
Yeah,
that are
but
available.
They re-signed Cordell Patterson. They
Okay.
could pick
A wide receiver playing running back.
He's going to play safety, I think.
You tell me he wasn't awesome last year though. I know he
Okay.
tailed off at the end.
But
They can
he's not a
draft
running
somebody
back.
in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round. You don't take a first round pick, a running back if you're Atlanta
He won't be. there for
I
Buffalo.
got Atlanta taking a different running
running
back.
back.
later.
Yeah.
Okay. So you think he ends up in Buffalo, or you just hope that he
I
does?
think so.
Yeah, I think he goes to Buffalo, or I have the Pats on there as well.
I thought about the Pats. I thought about them, but it's just because it'll be such a Pats thing to do.
I would
to
be so
draft him.
pissed.
I literally thought about that. I'm like, dude, they have 2 running backs that they but they would draft him.
If they take him, then he's not going 102, right?
No.
Like he's not.
I'll be scared to take him at 104.
That would blow up.
I don't know if I would take him.
Guys.
Period.
I hate New England running backs.
Yeah.
Always do. I don't care who they have. Like they can put freaking LT in his prime there, and I'll be hesitant because I'm like, they're gonna give carries to fucking James White. That's what they do, man. And it pisses me off.
I don't think it'll happen.
I thought about that though. I thought about it.
Okay, so we most likely Buffalo, right? That's the best landing spot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how about Kenneth Walker?
Kenneth Walker, who
does not like going by Kenny.
I shouldn't. Yes, I actually heard that.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be saying this, but I like Kenneth Walker a lot.
I like him as the number 1 RB.
Oh,
honestly, I'm kind of with Steve a little bit.
Okay.
Because Breece Hall had 800 touches in the last 3 years.
That's wow. Wouldn't that be a negative?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what he's saying.
Oh, sorry.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I like Kenneth Walker.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, Kenneth Walker had the same or a little higher yards per carry, but with less carries, like a lot less.
At one point, he was at Wake Forest.
Right? Well, he was at Wake Forest and was like forgotten. He transferred to Michigan State. He got freaking Heisman votes last year.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I think at one point he was like the number 1 running back, coming into this year.
He had he had over 350 touches last year.
So where do you want to see him, Steve? What team? What NFL team would you like to see Kenneth Walker the third? I believe.
I would like to. Yeah, the third. I would like to see him in Denver.
Oh. What?
No.
Yeah. Why, man?
I don't see that.
That would suck for Javonte and him. Or it could be amazing. Or
it could be amazing.
It could be amazing.
Or he can go to Kansas City.
Or you ready for this? With the 36th pick in the NFL draft, the New York Giants.
The New York Giants will be taking a running back. You heard
they have to, man.
I don't have the Giants taking it, but I do have Dallas as a possibility too, which I
put Dallas down for a later running back.
Okay.
How about Houston?
Yeah, I can see Houston.
And actually, fantasy wise, I would love him with Houston.
Yeah, because
David Johnson.
He'll get the full load. No.
Grow up.
She said.
But yeah.
What about Arizona?
Arizona, they're a hot mess. Okay, they don't know what they're doing. They don't have a quarterback for next year.
Yeah, they're about to lose their QB.
Yeah, they don't have anybody right now.
I don't know. I mean,
it's kind of hard to say.
And they
like,
just
with the
paid
running
James
backs.
Conner, which they shouldn't have.
Him.
They shouldn't have, but they did. They should have kept Chase Edmonds.
But James Conner is only good for a goal line.
That's what I'm saying. They shouldn't have paid him, but they did.
So I'm looking at the second round, right? You got the Jets. Actually, what about the Jets taking a running back?
No, they got Michael Carter, man, and they have.
That's it. Don't tell me
Coleman. They won't take him that early.
Yeah,
wait
it would be
third
too
or fourth
early.
round.
Yeah. So you got the Giants, who I really do think could and should take.
I think they will, but I think the Giants will go running back more in the third round, fourth round. We have plenty of other holes to fill before then.
So you got Giants
at
36.
Devontae Booker.
Okay, yeah. All right.
I mean,
Devontae Booker. You have to fill the
Devontae Booker.
Devontae Booker was better than Saquon last year.
He played very well.
He was better at those hard yards. And that's the whole knock. Like last year when Saquon came back from his injury, I almost got crucified in my Giants league chat because I was like, Saquon doesn't get the hard yards. Saquon would get like that random ass 50-yard run, right? Like he did against the Saints. But when you need 2 or 3 yards, Saquon is not that guy. And it pisses me off because I'm like, bro, when we need 2 or 3 yards, he just falls behind the line of scrimmage. I'm like, all right, bro.
That's why you need Kenneth Walker. He's not afraid of contact.
He's over.
Saquon is going to go somewhere else.
It's the Kenneth Walker season.
And I don't know how I'm going to feel about it. I don't know if I'm going to be happy for him or like hurt. I think happy because even if he balls out this year, right, we shouldn't keep him.
No.
We shouldn't keep him because we got to pay him. He needs a contract after this year. And we have plenty of other holes that need to be filled. Like, now you got in my head all these dirty jokes. But like even if he balls out, like best case scenario, he balls out. Honestly, not even best case scenario because then we just gotta let him walk.
You trade him.
I think we should trade him
by the deadline
now. I think we should trade him now, like on draft night.
Honestly, he
just give him to the Rams. Everyone else is going there.
Oh my god!
Well, they got enough running backs. Actually, did
Maybe
they sign
Buffalo?
Michelle? Maybe Buffalo.
Buffalo. I can see that.
But I'm looking at the second round, right? You got the Giants at 36. You got Texans at 37. Then you got the Seahawks at which pick are they? At 40. Well, it shows Seahawks and then it shows Denver. Oh, they got this pick from Denver. Okay, so they're 40 and 41.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they take a running back there. The Seahawks.
I mean,
maybe.
Possible.
I mean,
Chris Carson is always hurt.
He almost his career might be over.
Right? They
Yeah.
re-signed Rashad Penny to just a 1-year deal.
Yeah, Rashad Penny, who can't stay healthy either.
No. I think Kenneth Walker's going to the second round, and I think whoever takes him is going to be an awesome landing spot. Please, nobody draft him in our leagues because I want him.
I don't know, man. I put Houston. I already said that, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I Houston there.
I think Houston's a good spot.
So how about
Isaiah Spiller?
I don't know why. I feel like I've heard his name for years.
Me too. Yes.
But CJ Spiller.
Is that why? No, is that why I keep thinking that?
Probably.
No. I actually heard
CJ Spiller was like 10 years ago, right?
Bro, maybe longer.
Yeah.
Wow, was it?
Isaiah Spiller was, if I remember correctly, like 2 years ago, looking at in the future, 2 years ago to now, he was supposed to be the number one running back.
I swear I've heard his name.
He tailed off. Apparently, he's not as fast.
What school does he go to?
I think Texas A&M.
Okay. Yes.
So
who'd you put?
Where can we see him going? I mean, just the same teams that we're seeing. Atlanta, definitely. Atlanta's not leaving this draft without a running back. I just don't think it's first round.
I put America's team, the Dallas Cowboys.
America's toilet.
Yeah, for real.
So, I mean,
Dallas, I'm not saying that he will end up there, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, they're really good at drafting bad running backs, and he's big, and he's a one-cut back, and he sucks at catching, and he sucks at blocking. So he'll probably go to Dallas, and he'll get overpaid.
Yeah,
but
Zeke is done. Zeke is done.
Yeah, Zeke is toast.
Tony Pollard is good.
Yeah, he's good.
Really good.
He's good, but
he's not a full 3-down back.
And if you think that Spiller might be better, then you take him. Like how we were saying about Madison and all the other backups. Like once they get like a real shot, like they might not be that guy. You know what I mean? So like,
yeah,
I can see. And plus, like they're kind of built. They're always built to win now, and just can't do it. So like they can afford to spend on a running back.
Yeah. So I actually think Dallas is not going to take a running back.
Do you have Tony Pollard in Dynasty?
No, I tried. I don't have him though. I think they are going to take though a receiver.
No.
Yeah, they have to. They have no one.
They have to, right?
I don't think so.
They have CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup coming off the injury. He's not going to start the season.
I don't think
he got hurt in the last week of the year. They are drafting a receiver. I put it on the board. They're drafting a receiver.
You're getting ahead of yourself. We got to finish with Isaiah.
I know.
First.
Well, okay. That can be a good transition because I mean, there's no other running backs, is there?
No, not really.
No.
So receivers. Which one are we talking about first? Garrett Wilson.
Which receivers are the best group of play?
Every year now. Like how we talked before, like receivers are eventually going to become like running backs in the sense that teams are not going to want to pay these guys anymore because every year you can draft a guy in the 4th round that's going to be good. Like every year there's so many receivers. You know what I mean? Like, so eventually receivers are going to these contracts that they're getting right now, it won't be a thing.
Yeah, I mean, look at just last year. Look at the last 2 years. Okay, actually, who are the best 2 receivers in the NFL right now? Like
Chase and Jefferson.
Jason Jefferson, and they were both drafted in the last 2 years, man.
Yeah. And then there's so many more good ones. Like even like the 5th or 6th receivers taken in every draft have been good. Elijah Moore, like okay, he didn't play a lot, but like he's good. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Rondell Moore too. Well, didn't get a lot of looks or whatever. But when he got
the ball, he was good.
Yeah, but he's good. Like it's crazy. Like you don't need to pay these receivers anymore.
No, they could honestly just recycle receivers every. You could draft one every. You can draft one like this, say in the first 2 rounds.
Second round every year.
Yeah, you can draft one in the second round every year, and they'll produce.
Probably be a starter.
You can draft a receiver whenever. Same way you can just sign any running back.
Yeah, because just like we can plug in running backs like how the league is going. There's no more bell cows except Derrick Henry, right?
Yeah.
Mix in Jonathan Taylor. There's probably 3 or 4, but receivers they're running 3-4 wide receiver sets.
Always.
So you can't win with just two good
Yeah.
receivers. You will not win with just 2 good receivers.
Yeah.
So
Garrett Wilson, is that what we're on?
let's go. Yeah, let's talk about Garrett Wilson from Ohio State, I believe.
I
Yeah.
put.
How the hell Ohio State have 2 receivers going in the first round? Probably.
They always have a bunch of receivers coming out.
Shout out to Brian Hartline, man. That guy's going to be a coach soon. Well, he's a coach there.
Is he there now?
He is their receivers coach.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Isn't he coaching with you guys in Miami?
No, he was a player with us.
Yeah,
Oh, no, that's
player.
Wes Welker.
Wes Welker is our receivers coach now.
The other white guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for Garrett Wilson, I put Atlanta or Seattle.
Yeah, I got
Especially
Atlanta.
if Seattle moves on from DK, go ahead and fill that need and sign a receiver. Atlanta, they literally have no receivers, not a single one. Like, I have no idea who the number 1 wide receiver right now is. That guy with the really long name, Zach something. What's his name?
Oh, Zacchaeus?
Zacchaeus.
Oh,
I think
God.
that's the number 1 receiver right now, I believe.
Yeah, Atlanta is not going into the season with that receiving core.
No. So I put him there. I can see him going there at 8. Why not?
Yeah, that's what I have.
Or I can see at 8
Atlanta.
it just being a receiver. Like, receivers are kind of like these edge rushers. We don't know who's going to be the number 1 guy.
No.
Like, some people have Hutchinson being the number 1 edge. Some have Kayvon Thibodeau. Some have Trayvon Walker. Like, it could be anybody for
Yeah.
receiver.
I saw a report that Trayvon Walker might go 1 overall this year.
Yeah, bro. There's it's like gaining steam that he might be the number 1 overall guy. There's even a fourth edge, Jermaine Johnson, who people think he would be the number 1 edge, but I think he's a little bit older than the rest of the prospects. So that's why he's kind of like a little lower. But there's so many. Receivers the same way. It could be Garrett Wilson. It could be Treylon Burks. It could be Drake London.
The way the draft is kind of shaping the last couple of years is that you draft by positional need now more than going for player.
Yeah.
It's like, I know I need a receiver. I don't really care who's there, but when it's my pick, I'm taking whatever the best receiver is. Like, you don't really get tied to that one. You know what I'm saying?
I could see it.
Yeah.
Like I said, Atlanta's going to take a receiver more than likely at 8, unless they take a quarterback.
So I put Garrett Wilson at 8, and then I put my second receiver going at number 10.
The Jets.
Which is I put Treylon Burks.
Oh, I put Drake London.
I got Drake London at 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Drake London is my third guy.
I mean,
I'll tell you where he went.
Bro, Drake London is like Mike Evans 2.0. This guy's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or actually, I got Garrett Wilson going to the Jets.
But we can agree the Jets are taking a receiver there, right?
Yeah.
Unless they trade for an AJ Brown or a DK, because that's the rumors. So the rumors are that their GM is pissed because nobody wants to go there.
Nobody wants to. Is it because it's Zach Wilson?
I think it's just because it's the Jets. Like it's just no, seriously. Like, I think it's just because it's the Jets, but they know.
Losers.
But kind of like how Miami did, like they know, like if you trade for that receiver, it can change the
whole
way you look
image. Yeah.
And the only way you get that kind of player, since you can't sign them, is to trade for him and make him have to come here.
Make him, and then you give him the biggest contract. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
go ahead. Sorry.
Well, you were saying that they potentially could trade for AJ Brown, DK. There's 4 receivers, right? AJ Brown, DK Metcalf, Debo's not going anywhere. But who's that 4th receiver that there's talks of?
There's been a little bit of talk of Scary Terry being traded.
Scary Terry, yeah.
I don't think that he gets traded this year.
Yeah, probably next year.
They already said they're not entertaining any trade talks whatsoever.
Well, and you wouldn't.
That means nothing.
When you trade for freaking Carson Wentz, you have the mentality that you're going to try to compete this year. Like,
right.
Yeah.
You're not going to give away his number 1 target.
Yeah. I mean, we know they're not going to compete with Carson Wentz, but they think that because they traded 2 third-round picks and paid his ass.
Yeah.
Like they're paying him.
There's 3 teams that might trade for one of these star receivers, which is the New York Jets, the Chiefs,
for sure,
and the Packers. Right? The Packers have to trade for somebody, right? Yeah. They signed freaking Sammy Watkins today. Like,
what about the Colts?
Maybe. Why not?
I think the Colts might do another. They might draft somebody, right?
Yeah.
Where are they right now? They didn't make the playoffs.
20 something.
Oh no, they don't have a first-round pick.
Why?
It's with Philly for Wentz.
Oh my god.
That's right.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's why they wanted those 2 seconds, right? 2 seconds
Yeah.
is what they got?
2/3.
2/3, yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
So, where do you guys have Treylon Burks? You guys already said that or no?
Oh,
I have-
Treylon Burks. Did we move on already? Oh, okay, yeah.
I said Jets. You guys said who?
No, I thought
um,
we were just talking about Drake London.
yeah.
Well, okay, so so Drake London, I put to Baltimore.
I don't know if
got
he's
you.
gonna last. Where are
Hold
they?
on. Baltimore is picking 14th. They can definitely be there at 14, man.
Yeah.
One
But-
of these 3 receivers is going to
ahead
be there
of-
at 14.
I
Yeah,
had
but-
Garrett Wilson as possibly going to Baltimore also.
I think at 14, they'll take whichever one of these 3 is still there.
But okay, look at pick 10, which is the Jets, right? Then 11 is Washington, and 13 is Houston. They could all 3 take receivers right there.
I don't think Washington goes receiver. I think Minnesota does, but later on.
I thought about Minnesota because Thielen's up there.
So I'll go ahead and just mention this now because this guy's kind of irrelevant. But I put Sky Moore in the 2nd round to Minnesota because Thielen's a slot receiver. He's, I think, 33, 34. Like, he's up there. Like, so I put Sky Moore there, but that's why I don't think that Minnesota goes receiver in the 1st round. Houston, maybe. I can see Houston. I think Houston's the only one that between 10 and 14 that might go receiver. I don't think Washington goes receiver. They have Scary Terry. They didn't get to see a lot of Curtis Samuel last year. Like,
Well, they didn't see any of him.
no, I think he played like 2 games, like 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, barely.
So
Wait,
I
he was
don't
on
think
snap count.
I don't think they go receiver. I think it's the Texans and then
I disagree, but
Ravens.
we'll get to that player
Yeah,
when we get there.
okay.
I think Washington is good. So who's next? Treylon Burks?
Yeah, for Burks, I got him going 22nd overall to Green Bay.
I agree actually with Steve. I could see Burks falling there a little bit.
Or
won't be
Dallas.
He won't be there.
I could also see him going to Philly with one of those picks, 15
I
or
also
18.
see Philly
Or
also.
I
yeah.
put Philly for a receiver, but not this receiver.
So do you guys see how crazy this is? Like there's gonna be 5 receivers in the 1st round. Watch.
Okay, so you know how we're arguing over the who's the number 1 receiver? Like, some people might say Garrett Wilson, some people might say Drake London, whatever. My bad, they scared me. The guy who should have been the number 1 receiver is Jameson Williams. Some people think that he is the best receiver. He just happened to get hurt.
He got hurt. Yeah.
So I put him to 3 different teams: Philadelphia, Tennessee, or Detroit. Tennessee, even if they keep AJ Brown, they have no second receiver.
It's
it was
Robert
Julio.
Woods. Robert Woods, but yeah.
Who's also coming off an ACL tear, right? So I put Tennessee, Philadelphia, and Detroit.
Yeah. I mean,
For
look
Jameson?
how,
With their last pick of the 1st round.
but look how many teams need receivers, man. The Jets.
Well,
I mean,
everybody.
the whole
You can
freaking
never have
league.
enough. The whole
Yeah.
league,
Yeah.
You
never
really
have
can't
enough.
have enough. You need
Yeah,
3, yeah.
you can never have enough. So anybody, but like these are teams that really need one.
I have
Right.
Jameson Williams going to the Saints at 19. I got somebody else going to Tennessee.
Okay. I don't think that he goes that early, but he could. Who knows? Maybe somebody.
Because of the injury.
Yeah. But like
Right.
people think he might be the best talent. Like, he would have been the number 1 guy, number 1 receiver if it wasn't for the injury. So, and nowadays, these people, they don't overthink these injuries anymore.
No.
Like, honestly, guys come back better sometimes and stronger off these injuries, and they come back quicker. Look at Cam
Science.
Akers. Sorry.
Science.
Yeah, but Cam Akers, like, he came back the same season
Yeah.
off
that's
of tearing his Achilles. Back in
So
the day,
did Derrick Henry.
as a running back
Yeah.
too. As a running back, back in the day, you tore your Achilles, and like that could possibly be like career ending or like career
No.
altering.
It actually is for running backs. It's typically career ending because they come back and they're never
They're not the
seen again.
same.
No.
This guy came back the same
I mean,
season.
Derrick Henry is a bad example because he's made of vibranium.
Yeah.
So like
For real.
but so what about Chris Olave? The other Ohio State receiver.
Sorry, go ahead, Steve. You go ahead and tell him.
I got him going to Washington at 11.
Oh, okay.
Whoa, at 11.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm with Steve. I think Washington's going receiver.
He
at
has
But
a
him?
he has a very strong connection personally with Terry McLaurin. He talks about McLaurin all the time.
I didn't know Terry was drafting. Sorry.
Let's be honest. The team is going to draft whoever the players speak up for,
Yeah,
especially
no,
when
I
you're
got
like
you.
the face of the team.
I got
If
you.
McLaurin wants him, he's going to
I just don't think that he goes that high.
Really?
That's almost top 10, man. Like he might be the fourth or
But-
fifth receiver to some people.
But what did we just say? They don't care anymore. Like to an extent, they invested in Carson Wentz.
Right. You don't
All
bring
they
in Wentz
have-
to not give him weapons.
All they have is McLaurin. Who's your number two?
I know, but I'm saying like I think they'll take one of these other receivers.
No, I actually don't know who.
Oh, Curtis Samuel.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, he hasn't played last year, so
Right.
you can't bank on him being back like to his old self.
But like I said, like I just think that Drake London, Traylon Burks, Garrett Wilson, one of those three guys will be there at 11. If you're gonna go receiver, I think you go one of them over Olave. Is that pronounce his name?
Olave.
So-
Yeah. I think if Drake London is there, we go Drake London because Carson Wentz personally likes big-bodied receivers. He likes big receivers. Drake
Okay.
London 6'4", 219.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, he
And-
had Michael Pittman last year, who's a very similar frame.
Yeah.
Another USC guy. So I think if Drake London is there, you take him. You have McLaurin, who's the smaller route runner, but then you have the big guy. You have Drake
Yeah,
London.
because Olave, he's 6', 187. He's basically the same person as Terry McLaurin,
Yeah.
but he can play inside and outside. So, I mean,
I put him at 22nd to the Packers.
Packers.
I also have him at 16 to the Saints.
Okay. I think he goes to the Packers. I think he'll be like one of the last receivers in the first round to go, and I think the Packers are going to be it. They need a receiver, and if they don't land one via trade, they have to draft one.
Okay. The Packers and the Chiefs have 2 first-round picks, right? And they're both in the 20s.
They're going to trade them both.
Honestly, they both need to get receivers with both of those picks.
They
They
need
cannot-
a trade.
Yeah, they cannot walk out of that first round without a receiver. Whether it's a trade, whether it's DK Metcalf or AJ Brown or
I'm
one of
such
those
an idiot.
receivers.
I'm such an idiot. Green Bay is not drafting a receiver at 22nd. It's
Oh,
too
yeah, 'cause-
it's too logical for them to do.
They're going to
is
take
true.
Carson Strong.
Yeah, they're gonna take somebody that they don't need at all that won't play for the next 4 or 5
Or
years.
a running back or something
Yeah.
that they
Yeah.
really don't
Oh
need.
my god, they take a running back, but they would, bro. They're literally the worst.
Maybe
The
they'll take
worst.
Kenneth Walker.
Oh my god, bro. If one of these running backs end up on a team that already has an established running back, I'm gonna be so pissed because we only care about fantasy. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
We care about fantasy. I don't care about how Houston does in the regular season or how even Green Bay does. I want to know how their players do in fantasy.
Yeah.
Something that benefits me directly. You know, that's it.
Especially, I mean, the draft is in 2 weeks. Then in May, June, somewhere along there, we're gonna do our rookie draft, right? So
Yeah.
like 100%.
That's what I care about.
I do not
our
want to
rookie
see
draft.
a freaking team that has a running back. Like Denver better not draft a running back. They will destroy Javonte Williams and that other rookie
When
running
have
back.
they loved their Melvin Gordon Williams duo? You know, like giving them each rest and stuff. Let's say Melvin Gordon goes to Baltimore, which apparently he went there for a visit, and they're like, okay, like let's keep it going. And like how Steve said, let's draft a running back.
Yeah, I mean they don't have any first round picks now because of the Russell Wilson trade. So
Didn't
I don't
Melvin
even,
Gordon meet with Miami also?
Melvin
no,
Ingram,
Melvin Ingram
Oh,
was here.
Ingram. Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, the edge.
who I didn't know was still in the league.
yeah,
He's been all over the place now, I think.
Yeah.
But
So,
next week, mock draft.
mock
So
draft.
next week we'll get a better idea of where we think these guys might end up, because some of these teams that we mentioned, they're gonna go with a defensive player. Steve says no, so can't wrap it up, Amp.
All right, guys. So yes, hopefully we get some news in the next week. Hopefully we get some more smoke screens going on.
I need some more trades, man.
I
I
really
need my phone to blow up again.
Yeah, I need a DK Metcalf trade,
For
please.
real, man.
They'll go to New York. It's the only team
I
that can
think so.
afford to pay him.
I think he ends up with the
the
Jets.
Jets.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it's a better situation than freaking Seattle, man.
Yeah. I don't think that the Titans end up trading AJ Brown. I think they're running back one more year with him.
Yeah, I agree. They'd be stupid to, honestly. Just figure it out. So, all right, guys. Real quick, if you guys are listening to us on Spotify, hit that little 5 stars, please. Make sure you hit that bell so you can get all our episodes every week. And YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, please. And quick shout out to our boy. If you guys are interested in any sports memorabilia, ZSM_sports. He just had some sick signings over the weekend.
Some big names.
Bro, he had Sam Madison, Patrick Surtain, senior and junior.
Yeah.
I'm shocked at the juniors. Like, that's a big signing. He's got Christian Wilkins coming up. He's got Chase Edmonds coming up. He's exclusive with Javon Holland.
You told me that. Yeah. That's crazy.
So that's crazy. So shout out to him. He's got some good stuff if you guys are looking for any sports memorabilia. And quick shout out also to the Dynasty Dogs.
Oh, yeah. But maybe we'll get one of the two of them on next year for the draft.
Ooh, maybe we'll draft. We'll try to do that.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. Steve, Kenny, thank you, guys. Guys, thanks for listening. Take it easy.